Companies are in trouble. There's one car company, at least this week, is not in trouble. That's
Right.
Tesla,
Yes.
that you're invested in.
Yes.
So explain Tesla to me. I understand it's a really great car and it's really terrific. It's really forward-looking. If you look at the number of cars they make compared to the value of the company, compared to any other company, it's crazy.
Well, we just published a report with our, again, long-term forecast. And the numbers have gone up dramatically. And yet, we think it's incredibly undervalued. And the reason for that, there are two assumptions that have changed with in the last couple of reports. One, our bull case for Tesla in our old model was that it would lose a third of its market share. It had in 2018, 17% global market share, including China, that it would lose as the Tesla killers came into the market, Audi and Porsche Taycan and Jaguar. Well, guess what? Its share increased last year to 18%.
So do you think Tesla can have 17 or 18% of the worldwide market when it's all electric vehicles? Is that what you're saying?
And if we are right, this stock has only begun.
But that makes you think that this isn't actually a vote for Tesla. It's a vote in all these other established car companies completely failing to make the crucial transition, which they've known for several years they were going to have to make.
Yeah,
I mean, can we really be that pessimistic about the likes of BMW?
They're failing miserably. And in battery technology, they're not writing down the consumer electronics cost curve, which Tesla decided to run down, and people made fun of them. Oh, you're putting cell phone batteries at the bottom of the car, cell phone batteries that blow up? No, they chose lithium-ion pouch, which is much more costly than Tesla's consumer electronics batteries. So if they want to compete with Tesla, they'll have to sell every electric vehicle at a loss. At the same time, they're losing their internal combustion engine business. The reason this is going to happen is because within the next 18 months to 2 years, the price of an electric vehicle, like for like categories, is going to drop below that for a gas-powered vehicle for the first time. And it will continue to fall because we're riding down the battery cost curve decline. So the traditional auto manufacturer, if you look at their R&D budgets, or you look at GM's, 10% of its R&D, $25 billion in capital spending, is allocated to electric. They should be at almost 100 now, given what's about to happen. And I think the reason Berlin, Germany, invited Tesla to build a factory 200 football fields, either soccer or our football, that big, is because they know they're in trouble. They've got to adjust, or else they're going to lose a tremendous number of jobs.
Elon Musk has repeatedly emphasized that humanoid robots is a parallel frontier for Tesla, meaning it is as important as cars for Tesla. At internal meetings, he's projected 5,000 Optimus robots production in 2025. Over the next year, Tesla is expected to accelerate development, start limited deliveries, and refine manufacturing scale. And now when it comes to the strategy, Robotics plus AI gives Tesla leverage beyond cars in factories, logistics, maybe even households. But the challenge? Robot hardware, control systems, safety, durability, these are all very hard problems, like the control system, the safety and durability. It is not easy to figure it out. Elon Musk's goal is to make Optimus a visible, working product within the next year. And if this comes true, it could do a lot for Tesla stock.
The last time, at least in the US, any car company achieved mass manufacturing was about 100 years ago, and then Tesla. The issue is definitely not coming up with a car design. It is absolutely all about building the production system. The difficulty and value of manufacturing is underappreciated. It's like relatively easy to make a prototype and extremely difficult to mass manufacture a vehicle reliably and at scale.
Now, when it comes to another important part, which is vehicle production, deliveries and volume goals, because this is always where Tesla is based on its projected growth rate, which is what determines what happens to Tesla stock basically.
I just think it's a little early to count the traditional companies out of it. I mean, they haven't really almost gotten started.
So
the Taycan
that
is how old?
is the problem. That is the problem. They have just gotten started, and what they have delivered are cars that don't even meet, whether it's range or other metrics, the Model S circa 2012. Now, of course, there are three other advantages Tesla has. So battery's one. Second is they have their own artificial intelligence chip. And our analyst, James Wang, who worked at NVIDIA, the artificial intelligence company, for 8 years, looked at the specs of this chip and said, oh my gosh, they're 4 years ahead of any other auto manufacturer in terms of the specs out there on chip technology. And that's important because we're going autonomous with electric. And autonomous is an artificial intelligence project, right? The winner will have the most data and the highest quality data. Tesla has 14 billion miles of real-world driving data today, and the closest competitor, Waymo, has 20 million. So and then the last is Tesla is the only auto manufacturer still that delivers over-the-air software updates to modify performance.
Now, if we look at, and Tesla already hit a record deliveries in Q3 of 2025 with almost 500,000 vehicles, 497,000 to be precise, which is aided by customers rushing to claim the expiring US EV tax credit. Elon Musk is pushing for growth in mainstream models, perhaps a lower cost Model Y variant or aggressive pricing in China, Europe to seize the market share. And over the next year, Tesla needs to maintain or exceed those delivery numbers even without the tax credit tailwinds. And part of this incentive plan requires 20 million vehicles delivered cumulatively, which becomes a metric in the CEO performance goals. He also pushes for subscription scale in full self-driving FSD, more paying customers for the FSD software suite, and the target is to have 10 million active FSD subscriptions is one of the milestones. Now, when it comes to the next part, charging infrastructure and the energy business, upgrades to the supercharger network, Tesla recently rolled out Supercharger V4 with higher peak power and future capability towards a 500 kilowatt, targeted especially towards larger vehicles like the Cybertruck. And over the next year, expect expansion of fast charging infrastructure, possibly opening more stations to non-Tesla vehicles. And in the energy and storage domain, Tesla's battery grid storage business, Megapack and Powerwall will be a growth lever. Deployments in Q3 2025 nearly doubled, and Elon Musk likely wants to expand Tesla's energy footprint, utility contracts, storage systems, virtual power plants. And upgrades in battery technology, cost reduction and vertical integration will be very, very crucial. And now coming to the next part, the compensation and incentive framework. Tesla has proposed a new 2025 CEO Performance Award, a mammoth $1 trillion plus potential package intended to tie Elon Musk's compensation to extreme growth targets. The plan outlines 12 tranches, each with a market capitalization milestone, start with $2 trillion, then increments up to $8.5 trillion. And Elon Musk's stake would rise, and voting rights are layered in upon achievements like the operational product goals, 20 million vehicle deliveries, 10 million FSD subscriptions, 1 million Optimus unit, 1 million robo-taxis. Like, all of this could be huge for Elon Musk. And for the next 12 months, Elon Musk will certainly structure his focus around making progress on early tranches, getting traction in FSD, robo-taxi pilots, scaling deliveries, showing robotic progress. This compensation structure pushed Elon Musk and Tesla to behave like a moonshot startup with accountability to performance rather than a slow growth car company. Now, when it comes to the regulatory and safety risk, self-driving deployment needs regulatory green light, safety validation, and lawsuit risk. And now when it comes to the technical challenges, software failures, edge case scenarios, hardware reliability in robo-taxis and humanoids, and market demand and macro volatility, declining incentives, competition, commodity cost pressure, and overreach and timeline risk. Many of these goals are ambitious and may slip timelines. So if you're making a promise and you don't deliver on it, it affects your credibility. And when it comes to the investor pushback and governance, the $1 trillion compensation proposal has already drawn criticism from institutional stakeholders. If even a few key goals fail to show credible progress, the confidence could unravel. Now, so over the next 12 months, Elon Musk is betting big: robotaxis in cities, flying leaps in FSD, humanoid robots, new vehicle volume, charging upgrades, and a pay scheme that forces him to deliver or walk away. Some of this will come, but not all. The question is which pieces land and which ones will slip. If Tesla can prove robotaxi viability, scale deliveries, and show real robotic progress, we'll look back and call this year a very important one for Tesla. But if too many deadlines miss, the hype could turn into a reckoning. So what do you think? Will Tesla roll out robotaxis in your city? Will Optimus become real? Feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section, and please hit the like button and do subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.